2024 July 9. Daily Bread Passage. 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 1 to 16. Keyverse. Verse. Title: The Dismayed and Terrified Israelites. Now the Philistines gathered their forces for war and assembled at Soko in Judah. They pitched camp at Ephes-dammim, between Soko and Azekah. Saul and the Israelites assembled and camped in the valley of Elah and drew up their battle line to meet the Philistines. The Philistines occupied one hill and the Israelites another, with the valley between them. A champion named Goliath, who was from Gath, came out of the Philistine camp. His height was 6 cubits and a span. He had a bronze helmet on his head and wore a coat of scale armor of bronze weighing 5,000 shekels. On his legs he wore bronze greaves, and a bronze javelin was slung on his back. His spear shaft was like a weaver's rod, and its iron point weighed 600 shekels. His shield-bearer went ahead of him. Goliath stood and shouted to the ranks of Israel, "Why do you come out and line up for battle? Am I not a Philistine, and are you not the servants of Saul? Choose a man and have him come down to me. If he is able to fight and kill me, we will become your subjects, but if I overcome him and kill him, you will become our subjects and serve us." Then the Philistine said, "This day I defy the armies of Israel. Give me a man and let us fight each other." On hearing the Philistines' words, Saul and all the Israelites were dismayed and terrified. Now David was the son of an Ephrathite named Jesse, who was from Bethlehem in Judah. Jesse had 8 sons, and in Saul's time he was very old. Jesse's 3 oldest sons had followed Saul to the war. The firstborn was Eliab, the second, Abinadab, and the third, Shammah. David was the youngest. The 3 oldest followed Saul. But David went back and forth from Saul to tend his father's sheep at Bethlehem. For 40 days the Philistine came forward every morning and evening and took his stand. When the Philistines invaded Israel, the Israelites drew up their battle line to meet them. A champion named Goliath came out of the Philistine camp. He was over 9 feet tall, strong, and a fierce warrior well equipped with arms. He challenged the ranks of Israel to fight a duel to decide which side would be subject to the other. He came forward every day for 40 days and mocked and defied the armies of Israel. Everyone was paralyzed by fear and lost their spirit. The armies of God became the slaves of fear, though Goliath didn't attack the Israelites but tried to plant fear in them with loud shouting. The Israelites lost the battle before fighting due to their fear. The real enemy of the Israelites was not Goliath, but fear in their hearts. There are many kinds of Goliaths that try to plant fear in us. But we don't need to fear them, for our God is greater than any kind of Goliath. The root of fear is unbelief. We must ask God to help us overcome the fears in us and fight a spiritual battle by trusting in our great and mighty God and His promise. Prayer. Lord, help me not to look at only Goliath, but look at you, the great God, and enable me to challenge my Goliath by faith in you. One word. Don't fear Goliath, but have faith in God.